Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be a relationship reading for Ciara and Russell Wilson. Now then, I don't know anything of these two people, so I'm gonna figure out who they are as individuals. So let me look into Ciara's energy first. Who is she as an individual? What can we see regarding who she is? This is gonna be interesting for sure. Alright, so let's see what pops up. The High Priestess, she's definitely into, I just gotta call it as it is. It's not because it's the High Priestess, because let me just say I am intuitive, so I do pick up the vibe. It isn't just the card definitions that I'm going with, it's actually the vibe that I'm picking up. She is into witchcraft. This King of Cups, I'm getting a masculine energy. I'm gonna look into that further. I'm definitely getting a masculine energy with her. Not just that, she might have everything she desires, or at least that's how it seems from the outside, but in her inner world, there is an unhappiness, The Nine of Cups speaks of satisfaction and all of that, but if you look at this guy, he's not too happy. There's a situation with her being not so happy. And look at this. This is a very interesting energy. The Nine of Swords. There's things that keep her up at night. There's definitely things that keep her up at night. Let me look into this witchcraft. What is this witchcraft about? What can we see about that situation? Alright. Well, this is a very interesting energy because I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to go there because I didn't want to get all conspiracy light. But I knew it related to this masculine energy. She has masculine energy herself, but this gives further insight. The Three of Pentacles, I know it says disc, but the Three of Pentacles is about collaborations. She uses her witchcraft to come into unions with people. This can be related to business because the Three of Pentacles is definitely an energy of business. So I'm actually seeing business. I'm also getting an energy of romance as well. So it's kind of just like, she might be burning candles. For me though, that whole burning candle shit, that's kind of like novice witchcraft. That's like bullshit that people talk about on YouTube. The shit that I'm seeing her do is some real shit that I wouldn't even know about because I'm not into that type of shit. But I'm definitely seeing she does some serious shit. I'm definitely picking that up. And it relates to business and her love life. Let me look further into this masculine energy. What else can I see about this masculine energy? Because she has masculine energy. She definitely has masculine energy as well. This is an interesting vibe. This is definitely an interesting vibe. This Three of Pentacles. I mean, I gotta be truthful, right? I'm not trying to be shady. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's funny that the Three of Pentacles is here and the Three of Pentacles is here as well. So again, it's kind of just like, I don't know, I'm getting a vibe of shady things behind the scenes. I'm definitely picking up some shady energies. Not just that, I'm picking up energies of lies and secrets. Very interesting. This is interesting with this King of Swords. Again, I'm not trying to be fucked up. It's just the energy that I get. So if you guys don't want to hear it, because I know she has fans and stuff. And let me just say, the energy, the intuitive energy that I get with this reading is a stale toenail. That's the energy these two people give off. It's like nasty, stink, and stale. That's just the vibe I'm picking up. So, yeah, but again, it's kind of just like she handled things like a man. This is really interesting. That it's kind of just like all this masculine energy You know what I mean? She's definitely a masculine individual. I'm seeing, like, as far as her strategy, not just that, I'm picking up a vibe of ruthlessness. You see how this guy, like, basically took out this, I don't know what type of animal that would be, a leopard or cheetah, and how he's, like, just, like, standing on it and shit. This is symbolic of the ruthlessness of the King of Swords. You know what I mean? The King of Swords will do whatever the King of Swords has to do in order to make shit happen. But it's interesting, though, if you look at this shield, which symbolizes protection, it's kind of like on the sidelines. Not just that, it's on a rock. It's kind of like bumpy. You know what I mean? There's bumpy energy, because we know that when you use particular forms of witchcraft, it's kind of like a recoil sort of energy. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like certain things kind of like backfire a bit. So this shows a lack of protection is what I'm seeing. But like, she doesn't care as long as like she gets what she wants, you know. And this is interesting, right? Because this card, it reminds me of the I believe it's the Judgment or the Justice card in this particular deck, because that card is a dude holding a bow and arrow. So it symbolizes karma, justice. So it's very interesting. You know what I mean? I'm seeing some dirt. I'm definitely seeing some dirt. But I'm going to let the reading progress. You know what I mean? Let's see what this sort of like her not being satisfied is about. Because it's like the shit people can see, right? Because you see, this is the visible part, the cups. People can see that. You know what I mean? But people don't know what's going on in her inner world. So what can I see regarding her inner world? All right. It's a lot of cards. I'm getting emotional distress because of memories from the past. Not just that, karmic situations. Not just that, she's thinking of other soulmates. She's reminiscing. I'm getting a vibe of tragedy and pain. So it's kind of just like, if I'm correct, I think she's married and she has a family. So it's kind of just like, that seems like what everyone wants. But what I'm picking up is, whoever this dude is, this Russell Wilson, he doesn't complete her. That's why she's looking back in the past, as far as past soulmates. You see what I mean? This doesn't say soulmate, it says soulmates. So it's speaking of multiple people, her past lives. That's why she's unsatisfied. This card came out face down and it like flew really far as fuck. So this is indicating to me that she wants to cast whatever this emotion is out her life, but she can't do it because it keeps coming back. The desert. She's always in survival mode. She's definitely in survival mode. That's why she don't want to be in this energy. You know what I mean? I know it talks about clarity, self-discovery, but I'm getting the vibe of survival. Not just that. The energy speaks of lack. So it's kind of like these past lives, these past relationships, it's where like her heart truly is. You know what I mean? Because it's showing me that like this Russell dude doesn't do it for her. But I'm going to be looking into that, like as far as asking questions. But it's like, she wants to be satisfied, but I'm seeing a struggle. Again, you know, this is kind of like some deep witchcraft. So again, it's kind of just like you're not going to necessarily be satisfied when you're like manipulating business partners. You know what I mean? When you're trying to come into union with this Three of Pentacles. You know, so it's interesting too that these are two Three of Pentacles. Because it's funny, I know like she's a talented female, right? Like she dance, she sing, you know. But it's funny that, I don't know, it's the energy, again, like of a stale toenail. Like, it's kind of just like, she's kind of lame, but for whatever reason, she has like, she gets attention. It's really interesting, and like, her shit isn't even dope like that. I gotta be honest, it's really lame. Like, in my personal opinion, like, I think her shit's lame as fuck. So it's like, I'm definitely seeing that this Three of Pentacles, like her business deals, her behind the scenes shit, it has to do with this witchcraft. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just like, she is ruthless as far as like trying to obtain goals, trying to make shit happen for herself. But let's look further with this sort of just like trauma, pain. Because that's what the Nine of Swords is, basically. What can we see regarding this? This actually did go back in, but since we've seen it, let's look. The Knight of Cups. Again, about love and about her looking back. This is interesting. You see how the dude is looking back? Not just that. You guys know what I say. The animal, well, the humans represents the exterior. The animal represents the interior as far as the emotions. There's sadness. There's definitely sadness. If you look at the dude, she's trying to keep like a strong, straight face. Like everything is cool. You see his hands up in the air like he's celebrating. But if you look at this horse is looking back in the past, being like, fuck. Like, how come shit didn't go right with, like, her past, like, karmic situations, basically. That's where her mind's at, and that's where her heart is at. That's why she's unhappy. I mean, the cards speak for itself. So we're going to be looking into the whole Russell situation. So that's, like, her whole personality and shit. She's a ruthless lady. Not just that. She uses witchcraft. Not just that, but she's actually very masculine. So, yeah. Now we're going to be getting into his vibe. Now, what can we see about this dude's vibe? Alright. He's a kind dude. He is a kind dude. You know what I mean? He's very kind. Wow, that's interesting, actually, that the Ten of Pentacles came up. I was getting that with this Queen of Cups, this Queen of Vessels. I'm just going to call it, like, Cups, because I don't like calling it, like, Vessels and shit. But, like, the majority of my decks, it's kind of like Cups. But the Queen of Cups, it represents sort of just, like, being nurturing. Especially this card is upright, so it's a nurturing energy. Not just that, it's a very kind energy. Not just that, this dude is very caring, is what I'm seeing. He's a very caring dude. I'm definitely picking that up. And it's funny because with her energy, it was more like kind of like masculine. He's definitely on the more feminine side, and I'm not saying like gay. I'm not picking that up, to be honest with you. If it comes out like later on in the reading, okay, but I'm not picking that up. I know people say that he is, but I'm actually not picking that up. I'm just seeing a dude that's kind and caring. You know what I mean? He's all about abundance, sharing. There is a stubborn energy with him though, with this Seven of Wands. I'm definitely seeing a stubborn energy. Not just that, there's an insecurity. He definitely has insecurities. You know, he tries to mask them. You know, these insecurities represent secrets with this hermit. Him and his lady, they definitely have secrets. I'm definitely seeing secrets as far as their relationship. Not just that, I'm picking up an energy of shame and disgrace. So, very fascinating. It makes me almost think like, do they have like a Will Smith situation? Like where, you know what I mean, their marriage is open and there's some embarrassing shit going on? Because I'm picking up some embarrassing, shady energies. Not just that, he's really protective about his family with this 10 of discs. He's definitely a family man. Family means a lot to him. And it's interesting that that didn't pop up with her energies. Her energies was kind of just like her not being satisfied. Her thinking about like past shit. Yeah, this guy's thinking about shit from the past as well. But it's showing like his nature. He's a kind dude. He's caring. Not just that. He's all about his family. So you basically got those energies. Now then, I'm curious. Does Ciara love her dude? You know, let's see. This long distance situation and this time apart, I'm getting like a karmic situation. I'm getting a kind of vibe of like, when she's around him, she loves him, right? Like she like gets into character and it's kind of like, oh, okay, like this is love. But let's just say they have like a project or something. You know, these people are celebrities, so their lives are active. So let's say she might not see him for a week or two. It's kind of like she forgot who he is or who he was. You know what I mean? It's showing me it's kind of just like everything is cool when they're together, but when there's kind of like time apart because of work or whatever, that's when things become shady. So it's kind of just like her love isn't steady. Let's look further. Very interesting energies. Well, this gold digger is popping up. I mean, a gold digger, I mean, it's interesting because it's like, you know, I don't know who would have more money, to be honest with you. But this is interesting that this is talking of a transactional relationship. You know, maybe you guys know more about this situation and you can inform me. But like, for me, what I'm seeing is a transactional situation, a superficial love. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be real with you. I'm not necessarily picking up love from her. I'm not picking up love. I'm seeing something that's superficial. Something that's artificial, fake, all for show. You know what I mean? You see this Hollywood? A Hollywood situation. Let's look deeper. Ooh, again with this cheating. Ulterior motives. This theft. I mean, guys, the energy is, you know, it is what it is. So, I mean, I was obviously picking this up, but I like for the cards to speak so people won't just be like, oh, dude, you know what I mean? You're just saying that. Like, you guys see, like, what's going on, right? She's cheating. Not just that. This stuff, it also represents being shady, being secretive. A very secretive, shady person. She doesn't love him. Let's get this last card. Revenge. This is an interesting situation, right? Because if I'm correct, I think she has like a active like romantic life, like in the past. Like I think she dated like different celebrities. I don't know who exactly, because again, I don't follow her. She was always boring to me, and I didn't get people's fascination with her. But this is showing me it's kind of just like this relationship was because of revenge. So I don't know like how long they've been together, to be honest. But I'm seeing an energy of a rebound. This is definitely a rebound situation where it's kind of just like, guys, look at my success. You know what I mean? Not just that. It's kind of just like, look, I reached this goal with this reaching goals. But again, it's the energy of narcissism. I was picking that up early on in a reading. Like, energy of narcissism. Like, all about herself. Completely opposite from the dude. Let me have a glass of water, and then I'm going to ask about his situation, if he loves her. So I'm definitely getting cheating so far. Most definitely. And she doesn't love him. So let me see. Does he love her? I feel like that's a good question, right? So let's see. Does he love her? Yeah, he loves her. I gotta be real. He does love her. He does care about her. You know, again, he's a sensitive guy. You see with all this damn pink. You know what I mean? It's interesting, though, because I always say this when this card popped up. Like, for you guys that's been watching my readings for a while. You see how the female is, like, pulling away? So it's kind of just like the dude is like, oh, you know, I love you. Like, you know, we're a couple, all that shit. But you see the female, she's just like, I don't know about that. Like, dude, you're a little bit too close to me. So it's kind of fucked up. But yeah, he does love her. He does care about her. Yeah. Not just that, he loves who she is as a person. He loves her gifts. You see the loves here as well. So it's interesting. I'm getting a vibe of respect. He definitely has respect for her. And it's funny. What did I tell you guys? That I'm picking up like I picked up like a Will Smith and Jada situation. It's like he loves her. He cares about her. And he has respect for her because of her gifts. Obviously, we know that she's a performer, she dances, and she does all that. To be honest, I think her, I don't even know why I'm going to say it. I don't even know how the fuck I'm going to say the word. Choreography. My apologies. Her dancing is lame, but that's how I see it. Choreography. Now I gotta say that word right. You know, I usually don't have issues saying like words and shit, but ever since I started like doing readings and shit, I don't know if it's like some sort of like insecurity or something, but I be having issues like saying words and shit. Like normally, like I would never have issues saying. Now it's kind of just like a weird situation. But this just friends, platonic, you know, it's complicated. This is showing me that it is a complicated situation. You know what I mean? Not just that this is an energy of things being one-sided. And I know that, like, if you look at the text, it seems like the female's interested because she's like, hey, handsome. And the dude's like, just hi. And she's like, the one like, yo, you want to hang out? But I'm getting a reversal. I'm getting actually that's her vibe. It's kind of just like, he wants to be close to her. You know what I mean? Again, he wants to be close to her. But there's a vibe of kind of like, they would make better friends than partners is what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? Not just that, their relationship is really platonic. You know, it's really not romantic. That's what I'm getting. Let's get a last card and see what else we need to see about this situation. All right. I do everything. They're both not happy. They're both not happy. You know what I mean? She's a narcissist, so she's always bitching and complaining. Not just that, he feels like he's the one that's kind of like the glue in the relationship. He feels like he does everything with the kids, if they even have kids. But that's just the vibe I'm picking up. He feels like he's the one that does everything in the relationship. And she does too. You know what I mean? It's always like a sort of blame game situation with them. You know what I mean? I'm also picking up petty, stupid shit, like in the house, in the home. You know what I mean? Like something stupid of like, let's say if he leave his underwear in the bathroom, she bitches about that. Obviously, I would think that these people have maids and shit like that. But it's kind of just like a vibe of just like bitching. Like any little thing she bitch about. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of just like stupid. Like, you know, she might be like, you know, keep your shit on your side. Like, don't put your shit on my side. I'm picking up like that toxic. It's really funny because I'm really like sensitive to energy. So when I pick up shit, it actually makes me feel a particular way. I'm actually getting a very disgusting vibe. Like it literally makes me physically sick in my stomach because I actually hate when people have this sort of energy. And that's the vibe that I'm picking up here. It's showing me a female that's really just like obnoxious and irritating as hell. That bitches a lot. Not just that, he's like over it. You see how he's like just daydreaming and shit? He's kind of just like, fuck, why? But again, it's like the Will Smith and Jada situation. He's in it for whatever reason. No one's holding a gun to his head. But yeah, that was their romantic, even though it was no romance. That was their love reading or relationship reading. Pretty tragic and pretty depressing, and it is what it is. Guys, definitely tell me what you thought of this reading. You know, if it resonated, definitely tell me. If you think that it didn't resonate and it's shit, you can tell me as well. I'll leave my comment section open. So, I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys see in the comment section, people always talking shit. Sometimes it's stupid, but definitely tell me what you thought of this situation. Take care, people.